I'm reading a creator-owned comic every day for a month, and today I read Luminovox by Jose Garcia. Got this very cool cover with the matte laminate and UV spot gloss on it, which is my personal favorite choice for cover treatments. You can tell straight away Jose has a very unique art style. It's kind of his own thing. There's no one else quite like him. Instantly recognizable, both the way he draws characters and backgrounds. I do believe he did absolutely everything in this book. Story, art, lettering, everything. Coloring. Yeah, like I said, you can't really classify Jose's art. It really is his own animal. Also, very difficult to classify this book. When I say Jose does everything himself, not necessarily a positive in one field here, which I think is he really did need an editor on this one for a couple of points. Before I get into that, I will just sort of give a brief rundown as much as I can of the story. It's set in a universe where apparently it's usually it's like interstellar with sci-fi. This is intergalactic. They're bouncing around between galaxies. And as far as I could ascertain, there is some evil force that eats galaxies entirely. You can see some planets being destroyed here. We've got these executors that come in. We have a war hero called Ragnar. And they're coming in to investigate a world that's been recently devoured, and they find this crystal tree here, and it's very mysterious. I'm going to jump forward a bit to the second part where, actually, at the end of the first part, we see that it was a girl that essentially, this is going to sound weird, vomited up all the souls that are still living on this planet. There's her there in a different state with her family, but we very quickly learn that actually no, she is in some kind of plane of existence here, where she is part with this devourer of worlds, and she's having these dreams where she's with her family. Billions of souls are being consumed. She's warned to not keep feeding the monster. And then the book ends. We're back in the greater galaxy. And it's got to do with some authority. They could probably find it here at the back. The Excellion Sector. The Coalition of Galaxies. That's it. Right there. Now, if that sounds a little bit confusing, look at that glorious page. This thing here reminds me, I don't know if Jose meant this, that reminds me of how angels are depicted in the Bible, biblically accurate angels with wings and eyeballs and everything. Kind of like that. I think that may be the inspiration. Yeah, he needs an editor for a couple of points. One of them being he needs someone, because I feel like there's a good story in here. It is so original, so unique. It's so off the wall. But I feel like it's still inside his head, and he's left a lot of that in his head, and he's probably put a lot of it in the art, but his art at times is so abstract. Like this. I feel like he feels like he's showing everything he needs to show us, but as a reader, he isn't. Because it looks beautiful, but I can't really glean much from the art itself because he is, in so many cases, so abstract. I don't know what all this is supposed to be, other than it looks really cool. I don't know what this is. And it's not that you have to explain these things, but when it gets to the point where I understand all these things are happening, I understand there's a world and a law, I can't grab it. It's like fog. I have nothing to hold on to, so I don't really know where I'm going. On top of that, so he needed someone to sort of make sure that it's perfectly understandable from a reader's perspective. Jose is from Mexico. He also needs a copy editor. I mean, this book is replete with grammatical errors. When I say replete, I'm talking multiple instances per page of just the wrong word, a missing plural, all sorts of stuff throughout the book. So, and that's super easy to fix. They're kind of reworking, getting to make so the story itself is clearer is a bit harder. But, he spends so much time on this beautiful, unique, original artwork. Lettering's great. It really is a shame that the story is so opaque. It's so unreachable. Maybe he meant it to be like that, but I don't think so. I think he wants us to understand what's happening as we read, but it is difficult to follow in that sense. Shame, because this is so Jose. I mean, no one else is making art like this in comic books. It really does look gorgeous. That is it for me. I will see you on the next one. All right, bye.